Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Last time we finished off whatever chapter it was that we were in. I think we were in chapter 9. And we made our way to Cosmo Canyon, so let's head down. Oh, before we do anything, let me see. I just want to check out all of our Chocobo bus stops. Make sure we got them all. Yeah, so none of them have the locks on them here. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, since we're in the map, let's check these out. Oh, there's one there. That's our last bus stop. Okay. Well, you know what? When we get a little bit later on, we'll come by and snag that one. Let me just make sure there's none in Junon that we missed. No, we're good there. Okay, so we're not going to do anything related to the Chocobos here.
It's on you. You got this.
You know what I forgot to do? When we were at the end of the last chapter, I forgot to swap Cloud's experience up materia over to Tifa.
Okay.
Don't come back.
Look at that, 2,000 experience apiece. Man. Can't wait to see how much experience we get per enemy in the next region. Okay, so the Chocobo thing here is optional. That's great. Because I'm really not inclined to do anything with it at all. Because you don't actually need the Chocobo for the region then. Which furthers my point that I don't think you need the Chocobo for any region.
Don't hold back. Keep it together. Bring it home.
Here I
There we go. Okay, so where are we going? Wait a minute, do we actually have to get the Chocobo here? I'm inclined to think no, but... I have been wrong before. No, because we don't have to go into the bottom. Cosmo Canyon's up top. Oh, there's level 57. Yeah, no, we don't need the Chocobo. We don't need to go down anyway.
guy?
It's not what he's doing, but how.
What's the point of having a planet if there's no one left to enjoy it? Is there?
That said, let's not forget that we still got a whole nother problem. One that's related to outstanding.
Loud and clear.
How we doing? Okay, Barrett and Yuffie are coming along. How about the rest of our characters? Wow, I don't understand how Kate got behind. Might just be when we got Kate, our levels were different. So Kate started behind and just never caught up.
It's over.
Oh, so it's not 2,000 experience per enemy. It was a combined total of 2,000 for the enemy group.
Canyon, a sacred sanctuary where the planet's greatest minds gather.
It's beautiful. More than I ever imagined. Come on, let's pick up the pace. I can hear it calling my name.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
let's hurry up and get to Hippie Cult Central. I have to say, while Cosmo Canyon is a really great area, I'm not entirely a fan of how they did it in this. It's way too busy.
Hey, guys! It's me! I'm back! Nanaki?
Like they took what Cosmo Canyon was in the original and they turned it into like a tourist trap.
We were so worried.
And it's kind of tacky. And while it's still a cool area, like it doesn't mean I don't like the area here. It's just I don't like what they did to it
Come on!
based on what the original was, because it doesn't have the same feel as it did in the original game.
You can let them through. They're good people. I promise. After all,
Not even
they're
close to the
reason I'm
same
here.
feel.
What in the hell was that?
Like in the original, Cosmo Canyon was
Hey guys, it's
way
me.
more mystical feeling.
He's such a softie.
Real quick, gotta check something. An airship dropped these on us this morning. Wanted posters of the terrorists who bombed those reactors.
And you know, me saying all that about Cosmo Canyon might be a
But
hot
I
take,
think we can
but
say
you know
you had
what?
nothing to do
I
with all
don't care.
that.
I'm
Even
just a
if
guy
Nanaki
playing
hadn't
games on
vouched
the
for you,
internet.
It's obvious.
And I just feel like, based on what this
Welcome to the
region, or what
sanctum
this
of
area,
planetology.
town, city,
Cosmo
whatever you want to call it, what this was in the original, they took it and I guess they had to pad it out. And like, cause like you can see with all the people here, it's a tourist trap. That's all it is.
Gotta keep on our toes.
It's a hippie cult tourist trap. Why did it randomly slow down there?
I was born and raised here, in this canyon. I was to become a watcher of the veil like those before me, until I was taken by Shinra.
So what
Now
you're
that
saying
I'm
is you
home
failed.
and have repaid my debt to you, I plan to serve my village once more. I appreciate all that you've done for me. Thank you.
We're really gonna miss you, Red.
Oh, don't say that. You're only making this harder. I mean, I wish we had more time, but this is my duty.
I suppose it was your duty to act the old man.
I wanted you to treat me as an equal, not a dog.
A lab rat dog.
Is that you, my boy?
Coming!
So, was that goodbye?
Nope.
Nah, I'm sure we'll see him around the canyon. The real question is, why'd we come here? To learn the secrets of planetology. Come on!
Can't forget that materia.
As for me... that'll do. I'm gonna steal some shut-eye, if you don't mind.
Then we can see the sights.
Good riddance, Kate.
Feel the energy all around you. It
Oh, no, that's not where we want to go.
Though the road ahead is unknown, we need only open our hearts to the planet.
Made planetology since time immemorial. These
All right, let's go.
Oh, these are the friends I was talking about.
The hippie cult leader himself.
Thank you for looking after Mamakin. My name is Rugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. One could say I know a thing or two about our world.
A thing or two? I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
Well, it might seem that way to a child like yourself.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48.
40 what?
Nanaki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16 years old.
So he's going to live to be somewhere
That's
in the
more than old
ballpark of
enough.
like
I
200.
can protect our veil and everyone in it. Which is more than I can say for my good-for-nothing father.
Speaking of the members of our little community, have you announced your return to one and all, Namaki?
Not yet. Be right back.
But where are my manners? Please, come in and have a look around.
Guy's got some wild cataracts going on.
Anaki never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have...
Okay, so
Whoa! Those devices are testing the pull of gravity.
way to go, Cloud. You made a mess.
That's a scale model of our planet and the surrounding stars. One could say the dust it's collected represents the people who live upon it.
I never thought you could become
While that may appear to be little more than a glistening mineral at a glance, it is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
I think the cave portion of this, once we finally get into the dungeon, I feel like it's going to go pretty quick.
We have Professor Gas to thank for a full half of the research material.
It's just a matter of getting there.
Fluctuations in various energies. I must ask that you handle it with care. It's a rather delicate device, you see.
So I'm going to say that I feel like if we were to skip all of the cutscenes, the playtime of this playthrough so far, going like just from what we've done so far, just going for the story stuff from chapter 1 till now, I feel like if we were to skip all the cutscenes, because like, can you skip this? Yes, you can. So if you were to skip every cutscene that's skippable, I feel like our playtime so far would be cut roughly in half. Because, like, there is a lot of cutscenes in this. Like, a lot.
That is one of the first Mako detectors ever built.
And I'm almost inclined to skip these portions. Because, like,
Though I suspect it can't detect much now.
I mean, at the end of the day, it probably has a load screen.
Let's not be hasty. I'll show you that room later.
Okay, so I think there's only like one or two more up here. Maybe 3.
That right there is a type of a current generator. It harnesses the power of the wind to produce new airflows of its own. Perhaps you've encountered them before during your travels.
Not this playthrough, but last. I will be taking your little items back here. Okay, so up here I think there's only like 1 or 2 more. Yeah, there's this. And we conveniently can't look. They padded out literally everything else in the game, but they don't let you look through the telescope.
Galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches.
Yeah, I think we're done with up here.
Into their past, what they once were.
Excuse me, game.
So much we have yet to learn about the universe.
Oh, excuse me, coming through.
Humans can't help but fixate on the past, on what used to be.
There we go.
That again, huh?
Oh, and Cloud just like moonwalks over.
That's
The planet is tubing.
what we just heard. Because we saw
You know, this working out to
However,
having one chapter per video actually works out like really nicely.
The three
And
of
we
you
even
are
got 2
unfamiliar
chocobo
with
bus stops that we missed last
planetology,
playthrough. So
But it is never too late to learn. Please,
I think
come
I'll
with
wait
me.
until chapter... I think it's chapter 12 when we get the tiny Bronco and like access to the sea. The Meridian Ocean or whatever it's called. So once we get access to that, I'll go back over to the grasslands and we'll just we'll fast travel over to the one area and get the chocobo bus stop, and then we'll head
While
to
the Shinra building
probably
features the latest
the ranch in the
iteration,
grasslands
this particular
and
one
just
is my original
get
design.
our last piece of gear there, and then
Now then,
just zip back
without
over to the Golden
further
Saucer
ado-
and continue on with the story as we were supposed to with the whole date sequence thing. And then after we're done this playthrough, I'm gonna do probably one or two more videos after this playthrough just to wrap things up I'm gonna really push and take care of that 3D brawler thing with Sephiroth. Take care of the last Queen's Blood games, and take care of what's the other thing? Oh, that stupid chocobo flying game here in Cosmo Canyon.
Wow.
And then everything in the normal mode is done, and we have one more chapter. Like, we have to go through.
A shooting star.
I'm not going to show the whole chapter, but I'll skip to the gold saucer parts of chapter 8 and chapter 12 because we have another date sequence that we have to show with Yuffie just so that we can get the outfit and whatever else comes with that. I think it's a trophy that comes with it too. I don't know. But I just know that in order to get everything, you have to do it 3 times.
Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming.
And luckily, we don't have to do a full new playthrough just to get it. We can just go into the settings and say to take Yuffie.
And like all living things, man is fated to die.
See, now this is another thing. If you were to cut this cutscene out,
What happens next?
or all of the scenes so far in this chapter, you
The body withers. And
probably would have saved
planet.
about 5 minutes so far.
But what of the mind?
And we've only been playing in this chapter for about 21 minutes, so.
Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came.
Even last chapter, we would have shaved off probably about a half hour of playtime if we would have cut the cutscenes out.
All intertwined and circle the planet without end.
Now, I will say when we play through hard mode, I am skipping cutscenes.
Continuous convergence and divergence.
Because, like, I don't... We've already been playing this for, like, way too long, so... I'd like to try to condense hard mode a bit if I can.
Though it is as much a reservoir.
And if anyone's interested in the story, then they can always come back to these. Because I think what I'm going to do after, not as a single upload for, like, the day, but after I'm done all of these chapters individually, I'll stitch them together so that I can put up one long video of just story mode, or the story sequence between all the chapters, so the full game start to finish, no side content, just story and cutscenes, and post that as a single standalone video. And I might post 2 versions, one with commentary, one without. Because I had to switch over to doing multi-track audio, so
Of course,
the audio files
but
are
basic
recorded
principles of
separately from the game,
planetology.
so we just strip those out
So you're saying that Mako
and
is spiritual energy,
post a no commentary one.
which we're using up.
So I haven't posted a really long video in a while, so
siphoned from the planet and processed for industry.
because like that's going to be a long one.
It no longer fulfill its true purpose.
That that video I think is going to make Ashura's Wrath look like a joke.
And fade away.
Because like Ashura's Wrath, that was a pretty long video.
Does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the life stream in a different form? Is that possible?
Long video for a game that isn't very good.
Theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Yep, she's got to go get her
Right
cult
this way.
indoctrination.
Okay.
Hey, can I come?
Listen to the cult leader. It's like Scientology without the weird rules.
Got a question. Planet runs out of energy.
Yes.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such?
Yeah, don't question his authority, Cloud.
I'm sorry.
You should know
I've
you
come to
never
realize that I
ever
am somewhat
question
stuck
the
in
logic.
past.
of a cult
We've
leader
entered an
because they'll
era in
snap
which
at you.
humanity enters both the- so too
This is
much
part of why I
silence.
don't like what they did with the Cosmo
Yet it
Canyon
seems
region.
that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn anymore.
Because he doesn't really carry the same he doesn't really carry the same feel as the original.
Thanks so much for taking such. Fellow Bugenhagen instructed me to check out the storeroom when you have a chance.
Oh, it's down here. Oh, okay, might as well go down through here. We'll pick up the stuff along the way. It's here, why not? And I mean, Moogle medals, those will carry over into our hard mode, so... And I'm not about to say no to some extra money. And I think after, like, this will probably be our last round of, like, collecting items or anything, because after we're done this playthrough, when we get into hard mode, these... Oh, we're going backwards. After we're done this playthrough and we start getting into hard mode, all of the items in the game instantly become irrelevant because you can't use items on hard mode. Which I still find a little irritating. Like, you should be able to use items outside of battle. But I mean, the way they have it set up with the different things you can do with materia and the fact that you have different abilities that you can use for restorative effects that don't use MP, you just have to use them in battle, so you're using ATB for them. Like with the prayer materia to heal your health. I don't think there's anything... I think status restoration is strictly... I'm pretty sure the only way you can get rid of statuses is through the cleansing materia outside of items, but in hard mode you have no items, so... It would be exclusively magic.
Started on the planetologists.
Within you all are the planet's thoughts.
Tell me,
I heard from fellow Bugan. Follow me if you would.
technology to others, or to focus on deepening our own understanding? Which would you say is a more worthy?
I ask you this.
But I mean, other than that, if you need to restore health on hard mode, you just get into a battle with a simpler enemy, build 2 ATB charges and use prayer. Or you put the chakra materias on everybody, and everybody has their own individual
Blessings of the planet,
healing they can do. So there's ways around it, but it's still irritating that, like, they could have limited it to just like you can only use HP restoration items in hard mode and like strip everything else out, like no status materias, no phoenix downs, no nothing. But that's part of why I wanted to get the what's it called, the revive materias to level 2. Because on hard mode we're gonna need them because you can't use phoenix downs, so everybody has to have a revive materia equipped. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but if any of your characters take an L, then you're stuck without them for the rest of the battle, unless you can summon Phoenix.
Kindness washed over me. Long forgotten memories
But
came flooding back.
that's the chance you take. If a character goes down and that's the character that you have Phoenix on, you can't summon Phoenix, you can't revive them until after the battle's done. Because after the battle, they'll come back with like 1 HP, so...
Between the planet and its enemies. And I can't... I mean, we can't let them win. We need the planet. And
It's just
it needs us.
different ways we have to go about
have to rise
strategizing when
up.
we get there.
Fight back. Defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer. I'm not criticizing planetology or anything, and I'm not trying to scare anybody either. I just... You know... Never mind. This is all coming out wrong.
Yes, yes.
Please,
Everybody
do
slow
not be
clap.
discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
Yeah, so if we were cutting the cutscenes out, we would probably already be in the dungeon.
I'll see you at the festival.
So you'd shave somewhere in the order of like almost 10 minutes off just this so far. But
There is no sound.
I think meditation has...
once we get into the dungeon, things should start moving pretty quickly.
Tell me, is it better to spread the teachings of planetology down?
Practice of mindful breathing.
How does one get down there? Here.
Tap into the flow of the planet's spiritual. To study.
You're interested in learning more about planetology?
There we go. Oh, so I will mention another thing here is I am debating. I feel like after I'm done with normal, I kind of want to put this game down for a little bit because we've been playing this like literally forever. So I'm kind of inclined to put it down and do hard mode later. Not like obscenely later, but just play a couple things in between just to give it a break. I was not expecting to be here 140 plus videos later.
Look at them. Just like us that, never mind.
Okay, well, we'll stick with the good
Whenever
answers.
I think about, but sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
Don't want to mess with the relationship statuses of anyone.
Said it was so what? We said.
Nice to know I picked the good options.
We fight, where nothing will change.
That's what I said. I knew you'd see it my way, Merc.
Wow, so many tourists. Must be quite the festival.
When you die, that has... Once you die,
Pretty much.
thank you. So if you get that, you get why I live every day like it's my last.
YOLO 420 swag, bro. It's so cringe.
She would never forsake us.
Did I sound as awkward as I felt?
You did good. Can't help it if they suck it.
I kind of wanted...
To hell with everyone.
Great advice. Thanks.
Okay. Let's get this tacky cringe over with and head to the dungeon. You know, if this is a planetology ritual, you have to wonder, why is it that Aerith is doing this and it's not like the adherents to planetology that are getting this all done? Like, has Aerith been here before? Why is she leading this? It literally makes no sense.
I'm an ancient. As in, a steward of the planet.
Like,
One
did
of
she talk to
those
people behind the
agents.
scenes and they were okay with this happening?
Or, to be more precise, the
There's
only agent.
because there's no explanation
most
for
part,
why Aerith is in
it's
this
been a source
position
of
where she
pain.
is. If anything, she
been
should have
held
done
against my
this
will.
in the
I've
little
been watched.
the little
I've been ignored,
Alcoholics Anonymous circle that they were
even
sitting in
hated.
before this.
and it's been that way ever since I was little.
So,
My
like,
blood's
after
been
Tifa
nothing
had
but
her
a curse.
awkward blurb, Aerith should have
If I ever
had
started
her
to
little
forget,
blurb at the same
something would
time.
remind
It would have
me
made
of what I
much more
was
sense there, not
and
here.
bring me crashing back down to earth. It was
This-
always the same.
I feel like it's just
Time
shoehorned in here
after
for
time.
exposition.
I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away.
Because from a story context perspective, it makes zero
was
sense
never
that she's
gonna be
talking right now.
normal. That much was clear.
It's okay.
So my blood's been a curse, but it's also been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life, friends that I love. And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it.
You know, looking at Aerith now kind of makes me think if they were to take Aerith's character model and, say, plop her into this same engine,
Even if I
but
can't lead a
convert
normal
the
life,
assets in here
there is one thing
into
I can do.
more
Return
modern
their
things
kindness.
in, say, a New York City setting, they would have
And
a
try to make the
remake
most
of
of what I've
Parasite
been
Eve
given.
basically already done. Because Aerith could, like, Aerith's character model could be, if anybody's familiar with Parasite Eve, I think I'm gonna call her actress at the beginning of the game in the opera sequence. I'm pretty sure her name's Melissa, I think. But that's who ends up being Eve. I feel like Aerith's character model kind of looks a lot like that character. Just randomly popped into my head. So if they wanted to do a Parasite Eve remake, they already have. I guess based on Midgar, you could probably customize some of those assets to look a little bit more modern, like New York. But they already have like the sewer dungeon from the beginning of Parasite Eve. There's another portion where you go into the sewers in Parasite Eve later in the game. There is the underground subway stuff, the subway tunnels that already exist in this game that they could use.
Whoa!
They have the like the freeways and stuff, like the highway assets already built. So they have the buildings built up in like Junon, Upper Junon, and Sector 7. The
Pretty
upper
sappy, huh?
upper top side of the plate in Midgar. So like they basically have all the assets they would need to be able to build like a scale model of New York in this game engine.
Every word, though.
Which kind of makes me hope they do, because Parasite Eve I feel like it's really underappreciated. That game was awesome. And for the main character, that like once they figure out for the next game what they're going to do with Vincent's combat style, because he's a gunslinger. So
There's something of great import I need
once
to
they
show
have
you.
down what they're going to do with
having
Vincent's
more
gun
of you.
style and
Join
his
me.
play style based on that, they would have no problem taking Vincent's combat model
For whatever
and
reason,
combat
the
animations
ceremony has
and
gone
applying it
over
to
a
the main
forest
character
of
of
the
Parasite
veil
Eve
as of
because she operates in much the same way Vincent does.
Often speak of how beautiful it was. Some claim
And I know we're
even
probably
moved
never
its
going to get it, but I feel like
It's an
Parasite Eve as a
overwhelmingly
remake
positive
in this
reception,
style would do really, really well.
stir the human soul is no small feat.
Because of the RPG elements, because of the modern city elements, and because of the horror elements.
My hopes to parlay their emotional response.
I think it would do exceedingly well if they decided to remake it.
They have yet to be fulfilled.
And I know there's a lot of people like me out there like just itching for that to happen, but no, it probably never will.
They know that life is all around them, be it through the birth of a baby or the bloom.
Because I don't think
they bear constant witness.
Like I think if they were to float the idea, they would have a lot of positive reception to it. But I think based on the original release of Parasite Eve, I don't think they would have the sales numbers before to justify dumping the type of budget they would need into it. Although they already do have the assets made, they would still need like design time, storyboarding, expanding on the story, all the other stuff that they would need to do to actually make it functional as a remake. But I don't think the original sales numbers could justify them actually setting aside that kind of a budget for it, so.
Shall we proceed?
But I thought this door was
sealed so that none may enter? Why, yes, and by my own hand, no less. However, you've a trial to undertake.
I do?
If you wish, I presume.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I will also much danger. Then off we go.
I gotta remember. I have to remember we need to swap Cloud's experience up materia onto either Red or Barrett. Either or, it doesn't matter. Whichever of the two characters. Whichever of the two characters has an open materia slot that, or not an open materia slot, but like a materia that they don't necessarily need otherwise. You know, I think we might be able to give Red some better equipment to begin with. So let's see. Oh, no, not the riot vest. I think I am willing to sacrifice a little bit of physical and magic defense for that extra materia slot. 2 extra materia slots to be precise. Okay, so then let's go into this and we can, I'm going to give Red those. And I think we're going to swap that. Get rid of the AP up. Give him an auto cast. Whoops. Who can we snag an auto cast from? And then we will take off oh, he's got 2 auto weapon abilities. Oops. We want auto unique ability. Let's sacrifice an elemental materia. So we'll do it that way.
The cave where it leads.
And I think that'll be good.
It will take us.
Well, actually, let's see what, oh, no, not inventory. Enemy intel. Did we not scan some enemies? I could have swore that we scanned those. We will do the assess when we get into, there's going to be that fight sequence at the Gold Saucer. We'll have to fight those. And I think there's some regular tonberries that come out with them, so I'll do an assess on them when we get there. Really? We missed the Dune Worm too? Whatever, we'll get that later, but what was this one that we missed? How did we not scan those? Does it just not count for the region yet? Well, no, because those would have been in the Corel region. Okay, well, anyway. What's he weak to? Nothing. Okay, that works. Okay, so I figure the cave probably take us about 15-20 minutes to get through. If we can actually ever get down there, because the game likes to make you slow walk. Like, if we could just run at our normal pace.
No.
They were watchers, both of them, but they couldn't have been any more different. When our village came under attack, my mother
We could walk at our
fought
normal
with
pace.
courage.
We would already be like
Honor.
halfway through the dungeon by
She
now.
faced the enemy and laid down her life to save us.
I am
My
going to go out of my
father,
way to take the battles in here,
he
though,
turned
because
tail and ran.
I will take all the experience I can get.
So then, you still haven't
We don't need it for this playthrough, but we're going to need it for after we're done this playthrough. Well, it'll help with the end game too. That final boss is kind of rough, but it'll help speed things along and getting us closer to level 70, and it'll really help out for hard mode, because we're going to need to be level 70 for hard mode, I imagine. And we're also going to need those extra levels for Gilgamesh
From
Island.
this point onward, only two.
Who's gonna observe?
I'll do it.
But if
Me?
Him?
At least pretend.
Ready?
You know what's funny is, like, throughout the story so far, like, they make it seem like Barrett and Red don't really get along that well, but up to this point, they seem to have gotten along just fine, which is really strange to me. Like, I don't understand why they made it a point to call that out and be like, oh, me? You can at least pretend to like me. It literally makes no sense. And I think it's another stupid oversight by the development team. Because they've had no issues so far up to this point. At all. Whatever, we'll get another assess materia. I don't know why I bought the item master materia. We're not going to need it. After we're done this playthrough, item master is completely irrelevant. Do we have anything we can do here? No, everybody's 15. All right.
You gonna watch my back?
Yep. Burning holes in you right now.
What is this?
this is a place of deep sorrow.
Ain't no walking away from Southland. We got this.
Yeah, just melt them. Okay.
Monarchy, look here. Such walls should be well within your power to climb.
Okay, cool story, bro. Give me the freaking camera back. I despise how they take the camera control over like that. Like, it's the one thing that just irks me to no end.
What? You're saying the game managed to make it all the way up here?
Okay, somebody.
Try to very few people outside of the veil. The rest you will learn in due
That was
time.
weird.
Of that you can be certain. For now, let us proceed.
Yeah, see, not going and having to explore all around everywhere makes this so go by so much quicker. And you know what? I think I'm going to stick to playing as Red because... Oh, there's Barrett, level 57. What? Where did those come from? Is that like a glitch or something and the enemies just automatically respawned out of nowhere? That was strange. I've never seen that happen before. But I think I'm going to stick to playing as Red through here because once you get the ATV up and you use Sidewinder, it actually goes really quick.
Hey, where'd you run off to?
Barrett, just look up. All right, let's go. But I mean, I'll say again, not having to run around and explore everywhere to find all like the treasure boxes and hope we don't miss weapon chests and stuff. It actually makes this go really, really quick. Oh, we have to actually run around. Oh, no, I didn't want to go... Yeah, Sidewinder just... Hey, we got a level on the prayer materia. Nice. All right, Red got a level.
What the hell is that?
That is a key.
It's huge.
Under normal circumstances, I would stress that you mustn't judge a book by its cover. For the Gi, however, they are as fearsome as their appearance implies.
These are the things that killed my mom?
Nanaki, this shall be your first trial. You are to explore this place. Understand the nature of its history.
Okay, will do.
Seek the relic of our past. Carry it forth and bring the truth to light.
I think it's to the top right of where we're looking now. Up where that little shiny spear light thing is at top right. I think. Okay, well, I'm just going to grab all of them.
I haven't slept well lately. That is but a mere bone.
Oh, okay, I was right. I didn't come all the way up to the top because I didn't go the right way.
A remnant of our struggles, of our desires.
Oh my god, the forced slow walk.
Get rid of that thing!
Sick of it. Don't worry about it. There. How's
Watch it burn! Fuck on me! It's on now!
There we go. Toast.
That specter you fought was a foreign key.
Why is he all the way up there?
Even in death,
That's kind of...
Is he like hiding?
Please, consider this.
I will.
Deliver unto us the remnants of our past.
I'll think about it.
And don't come back!
Okay, so this is the part where we gotta drop these into statues, right? Alright, well, let's go take care of that. I think we're about halfway done the dungeon almost.
Are these altars?
It would appear that way.
Interesting.
These look like this...
If there is a Ren 1 Gunnar, regardless, you know what you must do, don't you?
Deliver unto us the remnants of our past.
So I believe
Restore them to their rightful place.
the one that we have here, that's the red one.
That it?
Not in the least.
That's the yellow one. I like how we just phased through the pillar, or the altar.
Our anger gives way to calm.
Okay, so one more, which is... Oh, I didn't realize there was a treasure box here. We need to go down here, I believe. Yep. Yeah, we go through here, and then Red takes it solo for now.
I only got 2 legs here, you know.
Good for you, Barrett. We'll fight this Joker on our way out. Would have been hilarious if they would have made this area like an Indiana Jones sequence. Almost got him. There he is. I was trying to avoid getting hit because I figured we would have gotten petrified, but... And then I'm pretty sure at that point it's game over. I don't know. No, I think the petrify status wears off after a set amount of time, but even with that being the case, I'm pretty sure there is a possibility that you can get killed there because those enemies can be a little relentless sometimes. It's not so bad when you're one-on-one with them, but... It can be pretty nasty if you have like 2 or 3 of them. I don't even want to think about what those enemies are like on hard mode.
Intertwined with the Gi, for they first came to these lands many millennia ago.
I feel like in this, the enemies on hard mode in the late game, like at this point forward, are every time you get into a battle, it's going to be just like a marathon.
But if they were sealed away thousands of years ago, how'd they break out and attack the Vale?
That I cannot answer. Only the Gi themselves could.
And like, I wouldn't want to necessarily be in a situation where you have to like customize your materia every time you do a battle. Just seems like that would be annoying and pretty much a waste of time, but...
This cave serves as a boundary.
Which I don't think we'd necessarily have to, just customizing for all the boss fights, but...
Were the Gi to seize control of it, the canyon would be doomed.
And
at least in this game, there's no bosses like in Remake when we had to deal with Hell House. That was a nasty boss on hard mode.
Huh? Since time was of the essence, he entered the cave without reinforcements. As he had feared, it was teeming.
Oh my god, I hate this walk, run crap.
Determined to protect the Vale, he pounced from one foe to the next, felling all who dared oppose him.
Hold on. If there was a Watcher who single-handedly saved the canyon, how come I've never heard of that?
For now, you should focus on your own struggles with the Gi. Their malice grows more potent.
All right. Dungeon Part 2. Let's get it.
It's definitely got ambiance.
Yeah, man. This area reminds me so much of like the Volcano and Fire Temple region in Ocarina of Time.
You are your own master, Manaki. You and no one else. Never forget that. Look to the crevasse and the gates beyond. Pass through all to complete your trial.
Really reminds me of that one dungeon in Final Fantasy 16 that you go through with Clive and Jill. I think it's like the what is it? The Iron Blood Kingdom or something. I don't know. It's where you have to go where Jill was held captive for however long in the past. Oh. Had a little blip there. Oh, let's go take these guys out. Okay. Nice haul on the money there. Oh, you have to go up on the specific spot.
So how are we supposed to open this thing?
How indeed? Ideas, Manaki?
Give me the camera back and I can figure it out, man. Seriously. I will emphasize again how much I despise the game taking the freaking camera. Oh. It's so annoying. I wish there was a way to disable it. Okay, you just gotta stay right on them and not let up. You know, that Sidewinder attack is actually really nice. How are we doing on our levels and stuff? Okay, 57. Barrett's almost at 58. I think this one we have to clip to the side. Yeah. Okay.
From this place.
Here goes.
Wow. Oh my god. So the secret to the, or not the secret, the trick to dealing with the trick to dealing with the sorcerers is to go after them with red and use Sidewinder. That's the trick.
They have yet to truly pass on, and their breath remains unquenched. Come, let us keep pressing forward. We're very nearly there.
Is this that optional side area? I think it is.
That doesn't look convenient.
I think this is that little side segment where... Oh, no, it's not.
This reminds me of those altars.
I thought this was there's a side area where you could go and fight some of those Two-Face enemies.
But for now, Anarchy, let us concentrate on the matter at hand. Clearing a path to the truth.
Really? You can't jump like an extra, like, couple inches? Oh, no, we gotta get... Forgot about that. Oh boy, talk about puzzle solving in dungeons. Oh, I don't know if anybody could figure that out. Might have to buy the official strategy guide for it. Oh, where did it go?
Sounds like crying.
Sorrow too consumes many forms. 45 years ago, a watcher fought his way here alone, and in his bravery took upon himself the burden
Okay, so
of our
45 years ago, Red's 48, so he would have been 3 years old at the time that this event took place. Oh, we're maxed on Phoenix Downs. You know what would have been hilarious if they would have put a pack of cards in that vending machine. Oh wow, we're almost at our next thing that we can get. We need 5 more, no, 1 more level on everyone. How's our? Okay, Barrett's on the verge. Let me make sure we have. So they both got a prayer materia. He's got a cess. I think I want to put fire elemental back here. Let me pop back there for a minute. So he's got fire elemental there. You know what? That's fine. Let's just go for it. Did we heal up? Yes, we did. Okay. It's boss time!
What is it?
Their ire manifests once more. Do not underestimate this foe.
Ow.
They fisted us.
Okay, so Barrett is going to get a bonus round going.
Leave it to me. Get mine.
Need my help, do you? Got a whole heap of land with your name on it.
All right, phased him.
There's so many.
Where's a big bucket of water when you need it?
And this is where Barrett shines. Ow! Oh, come on, man. Seriously? Get out of here. There's the stagger. Okay, just keep building the ATB. Gonna cast Doom, but I think if we build up... I think we need 2 ATB for it. Ow! Ow! Can we get a Stardust Ray? There he goes. Hey, it didn't show how much experience we got for that. It just said defeated and Barrett's now level 58. Like, what?
Form evanescent, rancor everlasting.
Definitely easier than last time. That's going to be probably a little bit irritating on hard mode.
You've become quite the formidable fighter.
By the time we get there, I think we'll have, well, I mean, we'll have better stats. We'll have more of our materia maxed out. We'll be at level 70. We'll have better setups. We may even have better equipment. Not necessarily better, but we'll have more of, I think, some of the equipment that we can get that has more materia slots, importantly. Okay, so I think that's pretty well it for this chapter, just about. We just got to go through the sequence with the village of the Ghee, or whatever it's called.
The Watcher of the Vale fought valiantly and offered up his life in defense of our home. As you see, he still watches over us to this very day.
Wait. Is that... Seto? My father? No, there's no way.
No, Red. That's actually Boogie's dad.
Body into stone, and there he has stood ever since, his watch eternal, our savior.
What about my mom? Did she know what had happened to him?
Why, of course she did. It was, after all, she and Seto who asked me to seal off the cave.
But why? Why did she never tell me the truth?
Because she knew that if she did, you would attempt to seek your father out all by yourself. Your parents strove to keep our Vale safe. But there is one thing they fought even harder to protect. You, Nanaki, their son.
She was afraid, because I was too small and weak.
Back then, perhaps, but not anymore, heavens no. You've become a fine warrior in your own right. And that...
Well, I would hope so, after 45 freaking years.
But this is not where your journey is meant to end, my dear boy. You must leave the Vale once more.
But I'm a Watcher now. I gotta protect our home, like he did.
Listen to me, Nanaki. When I first heard
Yeah, man, listen to your cult leader.
I dismissed them outright. No more than the ravings of misguided youths. When you've lived as long as I have, you start to believe you've seen it all, that no surprises remain. But I realize now how very foolish I have been. The eyes that I thought saw the world clearly have grown blind to new possibilities.
But...
I would hate to impede your progress any further. I bid you leave, Nanaki, before, like me, you become inured to your own ignorance. With sharper eyes and keener ears, go forth and in my stead seek the great truths of our world.
I love how they zoom in on his cataracts.
Look after him for me.
Don't worry. We will.
this trial, my boy. Continue your training and try again.
I don't understand how he failed.
Are you
Like,
up to the task?
what kind of like obviously they felt
bet
that
I
him
am.
saying that
After all.
it's having some kind of significance here or something. Like they intended for him saying you failed this trial to have some significance. But
I
it completely
am
misses the mark. They should have just said,
Watcher of
you
Cosmo
passed
Canyon.
this trial, now on to your
Son
next
of
trial.
Sento, protector of our veil.
Yet another stupid thing that they did from the story team. Like, it doesn't have the impact I think they thought it would have. Not even close. Oh, Barrett, you big softy. You might want to take those off, otherwise I don't think you're going to be able to see.
Hearken unto me.
I think it's hilarious
Is Gi Natal.
that we just fought him in like spectral form, and he was like these big, massive shoulders, and he was just this big thing, and then you see him out here, and he's completely different. He's just this scrawny little dude.
Hear the urgent pleas of my people. My thanks, Seto. You are as magnanimous as ever. The warrior Nanaki, and you, the Cetra. Come with me.
That was
Oh, an exciting turn of events indeed.
We'll back you up for 2,000.
No. This one's free.
All right, let's do it.
Can anyone explain to me why we're even taking this detour?
On to the next set of cutscenes.
Because some of us are on a mission to secure the material we need to, you know, save our homeland.
How can you talk like that in a place like this? I'm scared out of my wits here.
I don't know. This Gi dude's too nice to freak me out.
He may act nice, but who knows what he's planning. Stay alert.
Oh, we can take our materia back now. So let's swap. So Red had the experience up, which went here. We had oh no, auto unique ability. We'll swap that there. There was another one that we took from somewhere. I don't remember what she had. She's got poison, binding, healing. You know, let's do this. We'll swap autocast here. We'll tighten that up later, but so what we're gonna do... Okay, who's got the ice materia we were just on? That one. Does somebody else have a fire materia that's not fully leveled? I don't think so. Okay, so let's pop... We'll throw the fire materia there, and we'll go... we got a fresh one. Oh, Barrett has it. Comet, we got ice. Lightning. Do that. She's got the auto weapon ability. Let's swap over the auto unique ability. We'll throw the wind materia down here. Or, wait, does Tifa have a wind? She has fire, lightning, ice. No, she's fine. Okay, so we will swap out... I'm going to swap out Barrett for Aerith for a little bit. Just to vary our party a little bit. We want... Oh, combat settings right there. We'll swap Barrett for Aerith. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're going to have some battles coming up here, but we have Yuffie on our party, so life's good. And we're pretty close to the end of the chapter, but we'll play like a chapter.
So fast. What's in it for us?
The next chapter after this through the Nebo region.
How strange you should
we'll use
mention
Aerith
materia.
through there.
My people are also
And
in search of it.
Aerith is going to get a little bit of screen time too when we go down into the Shinra Manor, because it's Barrett, Aerith, and Kate. Not looking forward to that fight we have to do at the end of that lab sequence under the Shinra Mansion, but but it should be a little easier because we'll have
Stayed longer if I could, but I'll be back soon. I promise.
We have some much better equipment and much better HP up materials that we can stick on Kate for a little bit better survivability. But Aerith will get some screen time there, and then after that chapter, we'll probably swap Tifa and Red in at some point.
Maybe try swaying with
Even though Red got some screen time here,
Move less, not more.
we haven't really had much screen time for Tifa. Well, I mean, we did for the first couple chapters leading up to. Or, well, no, I guess Tifa did have plenty of screen time.
The planet is listening.
And what's wrong with that?
Because leading up to what is it,
planet
chapter 8 or chapter 9, where we get
in
Yuffie?
time reaches those
Chapter
of the Cetra. Unfortunately,
8.
The Cetra are not a
I think.
tolerant people.
Yeah, you get Yuffie in chapter 8, and then we get Kate in
I'm Cetra.
chapter 9. Is that how it goes?
You are indeed one of them, by lineage alone.
No, you get Kate in chapter 8.
You know not of their history. That has been lost to time.
Their history?
Consider your ignorance of
Or no, it would be the beginning of
Cetra's
chapter 9.
past is fraught with
It's the end of
horror
chapter 8
and
because you get Kate when you get the buggy, and you're going into you're leaving the Corel region.
So there I am, on the ground, bleeding out.
Of course, obligatory flashback sequence. I'm skipping these on hard mode too. Just putting that out there.
This is how it ends. Only, it isn't. Suddenly, the wind picks up out of nowhere. It tugs at me so hard, it feels like it's
Oh look,
tearing
they
my soul
shoehorned the
right
whispers
out of
in
my
here
body.
again.
Next thing I know, I'm back in the orphanage. But nobody can tell me who found me or how I got there. It's a miracle.
Sounds like what happened to me. Whole freaking army unloading on my position.
Yeah, so this is where the timeline split.
But then, the wind starts blowing. 1 minute, I'm outnumbered. And the next, I'm alone.
And that is
None of it makes
quite
any
possibly one of the, like, that set of frames, the sequence of frames where it shows the Whisper hitting the bullet and making it graze Zack's cheek, is, in my opinion, the stupidest sequence of frames
Why in the hell did fate pick
in
me?
the like between remake and Rebirth. Those handful of frames where that happens is the dumbest thing. It's the most
Their luck runs out, but mine doesn't.
convenient cop-out for Zack
Gets a
surviving.
pass?
And what does he survive for? Just so that he could show up in the last boss?
And now that it's just me, what am I supposed to do? You know?
I don't know. It just irks me the way they handled some of these story sequences and their explanations for it.
Hey, come with me.
Sure, but why?
I'll explain on the way. So, how's Cloud holding up?
Mako poisoning's done a real number on him. Doubt he's in for a speedy recovery either. But hey, hope springs eternal.
Right. If he does recover, you can bet your ass he'll act like it was nothing. Shrug it off and say he's been through 10 times that shit.
Are we talking about the same Cloud?
Come on. Guy's desperate to prove himself. Not like he needs to. Everyone knows he's a bona fide badass. Hey, why don't you try picking up some work as a merc? A Zack of all trades.
Why?
Because one's not enough.
I'll think about it.
Reunion, says this station.
Started right here.
Did you hear? Is this our punishment?
That's a couple times in the game that you hear the term, you know, as if one wasn't enough or one is not enough.
The destruction of Sector 7 was orchestrated.
I don't know if
by
that's
Shinra
intended to be like a subconscious
We can't let
theme
those
where like
murderers
having
get
just
away
one
with it.
Cloud isn't enough.
People of
Where
Midgard
there has to be a
fight back
secondary
against our corporate
character that
oppressors
comes into
by
the story
joining
arc because, you know,
Avalanche.
Sephiroth's
Seek
power
us
is
out.
just way
Let the
too
law
great.
off pedal
Where
lane.
Cloud on his own isn't enough. He needs to have
that's
Zack
bold.
to handle Sephiroth from the other dimension.
These guys are setting a trap for themselves.
I don't know.
Shinra will just
It kind of
roll in
seems
and
like
round
that's
them
what they're
all
getting
up.
at.
Doubt public security will even bother going through the motions. Easier just to shoot and skip the paperwork.
Then anyone who goes is...
An idiot, I know. But idiots are what we need right now. Folks who'll risk it all.
Wait! Don't tell me you're going! The things I do for friends.
So I'll say again, if you were to subtract out all of the cutscene time from this chapter,
Hey,
cutting out this
you ever
flashback
wondered
and
about
cutting
your
out
purpose
all
in life?
cutscenes,
What you're doing here?
we would
Sure,
probably
from time to
be
time. Or all the time.
maybe about an hour
Never
in right now.
guessed.
Didn't used to, but things changed.
So it would save us
Went through a lot
roughly
after I joined Shinra.
30
like,
plus minutes.
A lot.
I bet. I ask because ever since I woke up, I've been wondering about what to do with all this time I've been given.
Hey,
And here we are, back to walk, run,
you
walk,
said
run,
before
walk,
I oughta
run,
try
walk,
picking
run.
up some work as a merc.
There, see, he just
Yeah.
slows down for a little bit and then starts
Because one's
jogging.
not enough.
And then we're gonna
So
run.
who's the one?
Cloud. He didn't tell you? Must not have wanted the competition.
When exactly did
And
you meet Cloud?
The day before we hit Reactor 1. So,
And
how long ago was that again?
and walk.
Weird. My internal clock's busted.
Yeah, mine too. What's that about anyway?
Good question.
You guys woke up in the wrong dimension. That's what happened.
What do you think's gonna happen to our baby?
That's why your internal clock's broken, because your flow of time is skewed from the other dimension that you were coming from.
Treat you and yours to something special, but remember, only one per person.
Trying to see if there's any other details there we could pick up from the...
We've got freebies galore, folks. Come
from the posters. Hey, it's a Benora White
yours to something special, but remember, only one per person.
apple juice. Straight out of Crisis Core. Catatonic Chocobo. Oh, I wanted to see if we could find something with stamp on it.
I used to get so hung up on the small stuff.
I'd like to see if there's anything that we could have. Oh, this is the lady with... This is the candy vendor that we come to in, with Aerith.
A loving partner, wonderful children.
I just did what everybody else was doing.
Are you looking for a sweet treat to take your
Okay, so you can see right...
On the small stuff. Now I wish those were my own.
I don't know if you can see on the bag there. I'm going to see if I can get a good angle on this.
I have so much to be grateful for.
It's really hard to make out, but if you look at stamp on the bag there, in the bottom left corner of the screen, stamp is different. Stamp is different, and we can't look at our inventory. That sucks.
You know.
We'll see if we can find it later, but I was under the impression that stamp was supposed to look something like a little beagle.
Like the guy who only has to worry about
like
the how,
black, white, brown.
doesn't have to decide on the what. A minor role? Exactly.
Stamp in on that bag there looked almost like a little Maltese kind of dog.
Someone needs you. You and your can-do attitude.
And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just look it up and it'll make sense.
Right? Whoever brought you back, I guess?
And assuming there was someone, who could it have been?
That's a good question.
I feel like that wasn't there before either.
Miss Foley as a dancer, you know. For the longest time.
Hell with it. Let's just do what we want.
It's just up ahead. Keep your eyes peeled.
Copy. Nobody, huh?
Not a soul.
Well, at least Shinra was a no-show too, right? Who's there? Huh. New recruit?
As if I'd ever join Avalanche. I just came to see what kind of morons would fall for your dumbass propaganda, that's all. But I should have known. Nobody could be that stupid. Anyway, I'm out, losers.
Not a new recruit, just an annoying
I told
recurring
you I
character.
wasn't cut out for a leading role. And here I thought I might have been saved for a reason. Some higher purpose. Sorry for wasting your time.
So I'm of the opinion that this is not happening concurrently with the story that's happening right now with our main characters that we're playing as, like Cloud and the team.
I mean, who says it's gotta be one way?
This is happening in conjunction with that. Because look at the sky, there's that rift. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see it. In the sky, there's that rift there, and at the end of the game, when Cloud is here with Aerith, they're in the alternate timeline. Because Aerith in that timeline is still alive because she survived and Zack survived. So there's that rift in the sky here. And in the normal gameplay world where we're playing through as Cloud and the team, there is no rift or tear in the sky like that.
Like your life depends
So
on it.
this is taking place in the alternate timeline in conjunction with the same It's running at the same time sequence as the rest of the game, but it's in the other timeline. So these are separate timelines playing out together.
See ya. Think
And
about
then
what I said.
at the end of this, at the end of the game here, those two timelines have converged on Cloud because he can see the tear in the sky and nobody else can. So he's kind of like the interdimensional interloper type. Cloud is like split between both timelines, which is why he can see Zack when you're fighting Sephiroth at the end. Because like if you look up, you can see the tear in the sky. That's not there in when you're playing as the other characters. So I think they're going to use Cloud and some events surrounding Cloud in the next game to very likely bring Aerith back into the fold and Zack.
Guess who I just saw? Biggs.
Really?
And I feel like there may be a sequence where Cloud is split between the timelines, where he like
Did he say anything about Daddy?
does something in one timeline and then gets like beamed over to the other timeline and plays with a party of like Aerith and Zack, kind of deal. That would be kind of neat if they went that far with it. I doubt they will, but they're probably going to stick the same way they did to like, the story mostly.
Daddy and Tifa again.
But if they're going to that level of detail to
Soon enough, Marlene. Soon enough.
show the differences between where the timelines are happening, if they don't do anything with it in the third game, I'm going to be extremely irritated. Because they zoom in on it right here. Well, not zoom in on it, but like they pan the camera intentionally across that. And they show the differences.
It's me. The wind. That was you, wasn't it? Hello in there.
Oh, we still have this sequence to do. Yeah, and you could almost say that Aerith just had that full flashback sequence as a memory because she stuck her hand in there.
Still standing.
Oh, calm down, Yuffie. Seriously. Go blow a gasket or something.
Welcome to the village of the Gi.
Okay, well, if you would stop playing like these extraordinarily long cutscenes, maybe we could actually go into it. I think this was a weapon chest last time through. We'll grab one each of those just to say we have them. Nothing there. Okay. We swap our party around. Of course I can't see it because you walk 10 steps and there's a cutscene. My God.
Y'all hear that just now?
Our flesh is gone.
You would
Yet
think
our
that like
spirits are condemned to linger.
the last sequence of like almost 20 minutes of in and out cutscenes would have been enough by now.
Planet's embrace.
Like, if you're gonna make us walk there, why not just do this first and then put the bench there so that we could run through the village? It's stupid.
My kin now dwell within these effigies. I beseech you.
I never understood why game developers did that. Like, they put you in a cutscene, they take you out, you walk 10 steps, and then it's another cutscene. Like, what's the point? Just stitch them together. I mean, I get it if you want to give us like
They're
a
not
restore point
bound
that you
to
can
the
save in
planet,
between,
and
but like,
so she rejects them. Because you have
if you're
to
gonna
come
do
from the
half-hour-long
life stream to
cutscenes,
return
what's
to it.
another 2 to 3 minutes?
Which means these dudes can't die, right? They're invincible!
I'm not sure that's something to celebrate. Being stuck as spirits with no hope of release sounds like a fate worse than death.
As if you know anything about dying. I mean, are you even really alive?
Another stuck spirit, perhaps?
We shall not rest till the materia is ours.
You and me both.
Oh, that chanting in the background is so cringe.
I'll show you what I can do. You'll see. That'll do! Go on!
See how this does.
Kinda hurt. This one's for you.
Wow.
Get ready. I keep my distance.
Man, that Sorcerous Storm, though. This is another area, like, the atmosphere is cool and everything, but, like, number one, it doesn't need to be in the game. I mean, it's cool they expanded on what the Gi are and gave them an actual reason for going after the Black Materia. They actually fleshed out the questions that you might have had after you played the original, but the way they went around about this area, like, the layout, the fact that it's just like a sequence of cutscenes, the really weird cringe opera music they put in the background, it's just, I feel like they didn't do this area well at all. It's weird. And it's not weird because it's different. It's weird because they could have done this a lot. They could have kept the same type of area. They just could have just done it a lot better. You know what? Yeah, the way they did like the music and stuff for this area, it's so cringe. So we have auto weapon. So we'll swap that over. I'm gonna swap our party up. We'll use Aerith in the next chapter. For now, though, I want Red in there. And I mean, the sooner we get out of this area, the better. Like, I'll say it again, it's a fun take on... Oh my god, give me the camera back, dude!
So an ultimate materia? Where is it? You gotta tell me!
In the materia of peace, we shall find the end for which
Oh my god. I hate when the game does that. It is so annoying. Like, just let me continue. I don't need to be physically staring at this giant statue for you to be talking. You can't even skip it.
Ultimate salvation is nothingness? Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm officially saying it. I really dislike this area. The first time through, you're like, oh yeah, cool, this is a neat area, let's get the exposition, but then you look at it from another angle and it's just walk 5 steps, get a battle, walk 5 steps, get a cutscene, walk 5 steps, the game commandeers the camera and you can't progress, and it talks in the like the slowest way possible and forces you to stare at the statue and then lets you walk 5 steps and then cutscene and then 5 steps and then a battle. It's a stupid area. And that might be a hot take, but it's a stupid area.
Save me!
And, okay, so you can skip that, but you can't skip the talking sequences.
Don't you think someone responsible like me ought to hang on to that materia? So it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I think we shouldn't get involved at all, lassie.
Little late for that.
What do you think he wants us to do for him?
steeped in our one desire, purest of materia no more, with pain and spite made black. Steeped in our one desire, purest of materia no more, with pain and spite.
Oh my god.
Steeped in our one desire, purest of materia no more, with pain and spite made.
Cloud's about to blow a gasket. Can we go now?
Whatever that materia is, we can't let them have it. No matter how much they want it. Don't know how far we can let this go, but for now we play along.
It's on you. Good to go? Yeah, just watch.
Till at last oil in the sky shattered and find himself. People survive those who here. We not as
There we go. we almost had them. Okay, hopefully that's the last one.
Those not born of the light.
Oh my god, the forced walking.
One cannot return to that from which one did not arise. And so our souls sought refuge here. Yet idleness brought no solace. Our days, a penance imposed by the planet for the sin of our existence. And now, our only wish is to be freed from this prison, to be granted true release. From the planet, we claim the greatest of materia, a most sacred treasure, and imbued it with our desire for freedom. After an eternity, the materia began to stir, and thus did we rejoice, knowing that salvation was within our grasp.
So I think so far, this is the longest chapter.
We rejoiced, so convinced were we that our prayers for release had not been in vain. Yet the loathsome Cetra trespassed upon our lands and stole the treasure that would grant us deliverance. Therefore, we ask that you retrieve it, the black materia, key to our oblivion. Please. It alone can liberate us from this endless dream.
Yeah, and you know, the rest of everything that exists on this planet.
The key cannot rest until our sacred treasure has been restored to us. Moreover, in redressing the crime of her ancestors, the Cetra may help us to let go our ancient grudge.
Where is it?
It is said the orb lies within a place of Cetra worship.
A place of Cetra worship? Or temple?
You know one?
I have an idea. At least, I think I do.
Forgive me, Hollow One, if I regard you with suspicion.
Now hold on there. I'm friend to one and all, thanks to my crystal ball. No matter your need, I have the right read.
He's strange, but you can trust him. Really.
You really can't. Just wait till you see what he does, Cloud.
Alas, it appears we have been discovered. I trust you will return our materia to its rightful home. Only you can end our torment.
I don't remember, is there another forced battle before we get out of here, or does it just beam us out? No, it just beams us out.
I I guess we're back?
Yeah.
And I think this is where we go back to the airstrip. And head to the next region.
Moving.
Right.
I think.
I'll make you proud, Dad. Just wait.
Okay, so let's get out of here.
It's good to see you again.
See,
Allow
walk
me
5
to
seconds, get a
escort you to
cutscene.
Fellow Bugenhagen. Please, this way.
And now we're going to have a forced walk, forced slow run, forced walk, forced slow run.
Undead suckers actually think we're gonna give them back their materia.
They called it their salvation or whatever. But to me, it sounded more like something with the potential
Like,
to reach
I
some
don't
serious
understand
havoc.
why you can't just run ahead, hit the switch for the elevator, and then everybody just runs into the elevator. Like,
Sephiroth. Did no one else sense him?
You're the resident expert.
I don't know, but there's no way that I'm the only one who gets irritated by the forced slow walking and the forced camera perspectives. And
Materia too?
Probably. Better to assume he is.
Well, come on. Let's go. Can't let anyone get between me and my materia.
So, Kate Sith, I gotta ask, how do you know about the Cetra Temple anyway?
Well, I wouldn't say I know about it exactly. Not directly, anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just recall some document or other discussing its existence. If we can get to a Shinra terminal, I should be able to find it again.
Terminal, huh? They set any up here?
nope,
think
but
so.
conveniently,
I bet old
or well,
Biggie will know for sure.
yeah. So we go and find out that his terminal's busted, or well, he took it apart to use it for other stuff. So we have to find the nearest one, which is a nearby broken down reactor, conveniently enough.
Thank heavens you're alive. I feared you might have returned to the planet.
Oh, come on. We both know you didn't need to worry about me. After all, I am the son of Seto the Watcher.
Forgive me, but if I recall correctly, Shinra should have set up a transmission terminal here in Cosmo Canyon, so where is it?
Oh. What did become of that thing?
Scrap heap, bro.
Yes. Now I remember. I was so fascinated by the technology it employed, I did some tinkering. Some tinkering, I say, though it was quite a lot. But now it serves a decidedly more practical purpose.
You've got to be kidding me!
Well, do you know about a Cetra temple?
A temple, you say? If you mean a place where they worshipped gods, none exist. The Cetra never engaged in such practices.
I didn't know that.
Maybe it was referred to as such by someone ignorant of their culture. If instead it is a site of importance to the Cetra that you seek, texts do speak of one, and of the pains taken to conceal it.
So, it does exist?
Oh, perhaps, though I know not where it is.
Huh?
And even should you find it, I would urge caution. They were a star-crossed people. To follow in their footsteps is to court tragedy. However, the rewards may yet outweigh the risks. You must bring every one of your senses to bear. For then no secret will elude you, however well hidden. And when you return home, I hope you'll share your discoveries with me.
Fellow Bugenhagen!
What is it? I'm a little busy here.
Another man in a black robe has come. What should we do?
Well now, a friend of yours?
Where'd you see him?
Oh, the village gate.
We should check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the quickest way to do this is going to be
Blessings
to
of the planet be upon you. Are you in need of guidance?
zip to the entrance this way. And then we're going to... I think this is where we decide that we need to go
Nanaki!
to the Nebel region?
Is this man okay?
He is, albeit rather weak. Not sure why, though. I know Mako poisoning when I see it, and this isn't it.
There it is.
Nibelheim, ain't that?
Where Tifa and I grew up.
Ah, of course. Nibelheim has a terminal. I'd bet my whiskers on it.
It, had a terminal.
Cloud, remember when you told Guy and Attack back there that I might be weird, but you can trust me? Aye, well, even if you were lying, I'm gonna prove to you that you can trust me, that I'm on your side.
It's not that.
We should go.
Wait, you're talking about heading to Nibelheim from here? There's no roads you can take far as I know.
Maybe we can't go by land.
But by air.
Meaning we'll need smoke.
Right then, back to the airstrip we go.
Okay, and since we've been there already, I have no issues warping back. I'm not running all the way back there. I think it's hilarious that, like, you come to the Cosmo Canyon region.
Not that you've got a choice, but thank you for choosing Bronco Airlines.
And
sit, my friend.
A little far, not too far.
You have this
I reckon.
huge region
Your girl should be more than up to the challenge.
that you can go through. But you literally don't touch any of it. Just from the path between the airstrip and Cosmo Canyon, that's it. You go through the dungeon and you come back out and you're done. Which is hilarious. I can see the airstrip where we're landing from here. Like, bro, can you just turn? It's right there. Come on. You know, I find it funny how it changes from plains to just all this jagged rock. And there's like an actual line that like demarcates where that changes. I think I kind of wish they would have polished the regions a little bit more, like the separation between regions, because it's really abrupt and awkward. But we've made it to chapter 11.
Hey, Sephiroth, wait up.
Bring me the black materia.
Oh, 4 more chapters left, including this one. Well, the last chapter doesn't count because it's boss rush, but...
Yeah.
Well, I'd say boss rush, but final boss, it's just like 5,000 phases.
Huh. Almost like they swung by Cosmo Canyon just so they could lead us here. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Forget about it.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to see want to make sure we got all the Chocobo bus stops here. Yeah, looks like we got all our Chocobo bus stops. None of them are locked, so it's only that one left in the grasslands. Okay, well, we will call it a day here for now. And next time, I think we're gonna swap Tifa into the party instead of Red. So we'll have Cloud, Tifa, Yuffie. Yeah, and then when we start off next time, I think we'll start off. We'll take a zip back to the grasslands really quick because we're at the airstrip, so it'll be a quick like 2-minute detour, and then we'll make our way over to that Chocobo bus stop, grab that, and then we can grab our last piece of Chocobo gear and have that finally wrapped up. But yeah, so we'll do that and then continue on with Chapter 11. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like these, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And until next time, thanks for watching.